Hello folks, it's allotment day 2 tidy up time and other things. It's freezing cold today, it's about -2 actually. So one of the first jobs I'm going to do, apart from getting the kettle on, is pile all of this up into little neat piles and have a little fire down here, and I'll try and get rid of some of this old wood as well. Don't worry, it will be all under control. But I'm just listening to the Garden Mania programme at the minute, so I'll go and get the kettle on, because that's the first thing you should do. See you in a bit.
Dave at the allotment. Dave, what are you after this afternoon? Still cracking on at the allotment? Get the kettle on. It's Dave at the allotment. See you in a bit.
Right folks, the plan for today. Burn, burn, burn. I'm going to make a little fire here and just put everything on at a time instead of having one big fire that gets out of control, blah blah blah. So I'm also going to try and burn as much as I can today from behind and get nice and tidy. Now, just before I crack on, I would usually play a little bit of music while I'm doing this, but I've just, you know how I listen to the Garden Mania programme on Radio Newcastle? Well, I've just had a mention on there. Whoa! Yes! So if I can figure it out, I'll play it while I crack on. So have a listen to this. It's bloody great. See you in a bit.
I'd had an email from a gentleman called Dave. Now, some of you will remember that on New Year's Day, Dave called in to say hello to everybody, and actually he wanting to ask about how Stan and Eddie were, and I was able to say that yes, they're absolutely doing fine. But something happened within a day or so of that call. Some naughty person broke into his allotment and actually damaged his garden shed, and then completely wrecked his greenhouse, and it was all sort of smashed up and burnt down as well, because there was a little fire in there. And so all his chrysanthemums had gone that he was, he was getting ready to take cuttings, and he has this lovely vine that it's had for years and years and years, and that looked burnt out as well. And eventually, someone got in touch with me and said, was I aware of this? I wasn't at the time. And said, if you go on to Dave's YouTube, because Dave does a little report on it on YouTube called Dave's Allotment, he said, you can see the damage. And so I had a look, and I was really dismayed. But I'm pleased to say that another of his friends set up one of these Just Giving things, and they've managed to raise enough money for him to buy and put up a new greenhouse. It's a lovely story, and I got in touch with Dave by email, and I've had a reply back, and this is what he says. And he says, I hope you will read this out. And I said, of course I will, because it's a great feel-good gardening story. As you can imagine, I was overwhelmed with the response I received from the YouTube gardening community after I had posted the video. The reason I posted the video was to show people, especially new allotmenteers, that things like this happen, but it mustn't let you down, and you need to just crack on. As something like this happened to a new allotment holder, if it happened to them, it would probably make them feel like giving up the plot. He says, I have had my allotment for 18 years now and have been broken into 15 times over the years, so you could say I'm used to it. You can't let it get you down. Like I say, I posted the video on YouTube, and the following morning I had received hundreds of kind comments offering to help me. And he said, I discovered someone had set up a FundMe account for me to buy a new greenhouse. And I was overwhelmed with the kindness and generosity of people from all over the world who watch my videos. Since then, the amount raised for my greenhouse has raised thousands of pounds, which is amazing, and I feel so humbled. I'd like to thank Sean from the Horticultural Channel on YouTube for setting up the fund for me, and I'd like to give a massive thank you to every one of the people who contributed. I'm now busy tidying up the area, ready for my new greenhouse, and I never thought I would be saying that, as I would never have been able to get a new greenhouse if it wasn't for all the kindness of all the fellow gardeners from all over the world. And it says, hopefully my 14-year-old grapevine will come back to life as well. And he sent this about an hour or so ago. He says, I'm off to the plot now, as it's a nice day to crack on. He does talk about cracking on a lot on his videos. He is somebody who gets on with the job. And while listening to my favourite gardening programme in the world. Oh, that's really nice of you, Dave. He says, thanks again and regards. It's such a lovely story, isn't that, Gary? And it is true that there is something about the community of people on allotments. Mm-hmm. They pull together, don't they?
Absolutely.
And there's something special about it.
It is, and because the thing is, everybody's working for the same common cause, aren't they? They're growing stuff. They love to share information with each other. There's a lot of camaraderie, and when you see one of your brethren suffering like that, a lot of people want to go, I want to help there. Because allotments are easy targets, because they're generally out the way, they're hidden away, nobody looks after them. People think, oh, I can go into that shed, or I can do that. But I just to burn somebody's, pride and joy, mm-hmm. I can't get into that mindset. It just, I don't condone it, but I can understand if somebody goes and breaks into a shed and nicks the tools because they want the tools. It's wrong, but they'll do it. But to actually just destroy something for destroying's sake is just absolutely ridiculous.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is.
Yes,
it is absolutely
yes.
weird. But people hear stuff like this and then go, "Yeah, let's help out here. Let's get this guy back up on the straight and narrow." Mm-hmm. Producers, I had a look on the YouTube channel. He is an amazing guy.
He's a great guy.
Enthusiastic,
yes.
And it's exactly what horticulture needs.
Yes.
Because horticulture can have this image of being a bit stuffy and a little bit, can't it? Seriously though,
yes.
Having a bit stuffy and condescending a lot of the time. Oh well, you don't want to be doing this. To get people in and just being loving what they do and to use it as a part of their exercise to do a bit of digging and grow a bit of stuff, and you can eat the stuff at the end, which is magnificent. If you go out for a 5-mile run, you've got nothing to eat at the end of it. If you go out and dig your allotment over and grow some potatoes, you've got a store of potatoes at the end of it. It's marvellous stuff. And I take my hat off to everybody who's given money to him. But I would recommend you look at his YouTube channel because he's genius.
Dave's Allotment.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Right, that's that. Started. And that was kind of good on the radio, wasn't it? Hey. So I'm going to crack on. I'll get a few bits of wood and get the fire going. See you in a bit. Right, we've got the fire going there. It's getting rid of the wood nicely. The rest is this pile of brambles. I just want to get the fire going proper first, like. I have been chopping down some of them elderberry trees because they were burnt and they were dead anyway. And then 2 minds worth to cut the whole thing back anyway. But that's a different story. So while this fire's going, I'm going to get the kettle on, let that boil because I haven't had one yet. And I'm going to sit us in the shed while I have my cuppa before it gets too dark, because I've got something to show you, which isn't anything to do with this. So, see you in a bit. Well, there's nothing like this on a day like this. Oh, sitting in front of a nice warm fire. I should be able to get the kettle on there, no problem. Anyway, before I do get the kettle on, and while I'm still getting a bit warmed up here, I wish I had my guitar, because while I was sitting here, I come up with a few little lyrics for a little song. Like I say, I haven't got my guitar here, so you're just going to have to listen to the a cappella version. I mean, it's only 2 lines so far, but I might make it into a song, I don't know. And it goes like this. What does it go like again? Aye, I'm sitting by the fire where my greenhouse used to be. I haven't got no coffee left, so I'll have to have a cup of tea. Yeah, that's it so far. I must be getting high off these fumes. So well, anyway, I'm going to get this kettle on and then I'll build the fire up a bit more before it gets too dark. It's 3 o'clock now, so I've got an hour and a half. Crack on! Cheers! Oh, take me hat off. I'm warm now. I've been busy, as you know, but I've been meaning to say, no, I've got a few things I bought yesterday. I'll show you them after I've showed you these. Now, before all of this commotion started with the greenhouse, remember I mentioned that I had won a competition off Bill from Gardening Worldwide. Now it was these. And like I say, with all the commotion that's been going on, I forgot to show you. But it's some seed balls. Come in a nice little gift box here. A nice little things on the front. If you can see that, I don't know. So I will look forward to growing them in the spring. Canny good. I'll let you know what happens with them when it happens. Now another thing, and this came in the post the other day. Thank you very much to Graham from Graham's Kitchen Garden. If you haven't seen his channel, go and check it out. It's good. He's a knowledgeable bloke, and he's been through some times and he's just cracking on just like me. So go and check his channel out. Now he sent us a gift. Well, it was he had a competition going a while back, and with what happened to me, I won the competition. Basically just give us the prize, you know, which was very nice of him. And apparently he says I was the closest anyway. I was only 7 away. Ha! Woohoo! So anyway, it come. Graham, thank you very much, Graham and Carol. Here is my gift. Excellent. Some of you have already seen this. It's brimmed full of seeds. All the seeds I will need for next spring. There's some stuff I haven't even heard of before here, so thank you very much, Graham and Carol. It's much appreciated. And the books, I'll read them as well. Thank you very much. That will be going in pride of place. No mice will be able to get into there. Haha. I'll just put that there for now. Right, that's them. And so if you haven't checked out Graham's Kitchen Garden or Gardening Worldwide, go and check them out. The canny, you know. Where's me cuppa? Right, so yesterday I was up at Paula's and we had a little walk to the new Burn Allotment shop. I bought myself some stuff. Now, I seen on the board, you know, and I forgot about things like this, but I'm going back to the old school me. So what I have bought is, well, that's a bag of seaweed powder. Now that was £1.80 and you get a kilo. That's excellent. I also bought some fish blood and bone. Now that was £2.20 for 2 kilos. That's a bargain. And that's really good stuff. I was asking the guy, you know, he says it's for all sorts, leeks, all your brassicas, veg, all sorts of veg. I also got, there's a hole in one of the bags, that's what I've got. I also bought some hoof and horn. Now, not many people use that these days. That's a good little thing. Hoof and horn. It's obviously crushed up hooves and horns. And I also got a bag of superphosphate. Now that's the stuff. All of these, like I say, will be added to the beds when it's time to sow. Good for, well, everything. Leeks, onions, cabbages. All the leek growers are not swayed by stuff like this. So, that's my fertilisation done for this year. Obviously I might get some cow manure, I don't know yet, but I don't know. So I'm going to crack on. Whew. Right, that's it for the day, folks. It's going to get too dark for you to see us soon, so I'll show you around now. I've been a bit busy. Right, that's the old greenhouse. It's going to go to the scrap man. It's all piled up. All the plastic and that I've piled up. I burnt all of this down here. It's all went on the fire, which I'm pleased about. There's only a little bit of twigs. I'll have a little bit of a more of a tidy up. I just don't want anything to be underneath there hibernating, so I'll just leave that for now. That's no big deal. This can get chucked. All of this stuff here is going to go to the skip. One of my mates is going to give us a lift in his van, which is very kind of him. And what we're going to do is, I'll just spin you around, we're going to get the railway sleepers and the scaffold boards at the same time, and then take all this rubbish to the dump. So that'll be cool. It's starting to look quite, well, I'm saying looking quite tidy. It's a lot tidier than what it was, should I say. And all this bit here, I pruned back this elderberry tree for now. There's only so much you can do in a day. I've been burning all of these bits of wood that I dumped here. That's just glass. That's going to be hard for people to climb over, put it this way. I'll stand in this corner. This is the furthest, you've never seen from here before, have you? Aye, a lot of people have been asking how the greenhouse is going. Well, I'm just waiting for the money to come through. I have ordered, well, I know which greenhouse I'm going to get. I don't know if I can post a picture of it on here, I will. I'm not too sure how to do that. But like I say, if I can figure it out, I will. But I can tell you, it is going to be, and a drum roll please, 12 foot long by 8 foot wide. Spot on. It's going to be aluminium and toughened glass. Now I know a lot of you people said that I should go for either a polytunnel, which is going to be a nightmare because it can just rip that easily, and the polycarbonate that you get with the greenhouse is just flimsy, 4mm. It's flimsy, and it even tells you it's no good in the wind. So I've settled for the toughened glass greenhouse, 12 by 8. I cannot wait to get it up. But before that happens, the fence is going up. It's going to go to 9 foot high, then 2 foot of barbed wire fence all the way along here, all the way along the edge of the shed, because that seems to be where they're coming climbing over from. And I'm going to get some burglar paint, and that's going on top of the shed. Going to get clagged. So they're going to have difficulty. They're going to have difficulty getting into this allotment. I tell you. Whew. That's why I'm standing next to that fire. I'll tell you that. Right. So before it gets too dark, like I say, I'm going to do a little bit more tidying up, and then I'll see you sitting by the fire. So thanks for watching, folks. Thank you again. I'm still overwhelmed, and I'm still receiving comments of kindness and all that kind of thing. It's well appreciated very much. Thank you very much. And obviously thank you very much to everybody who contributed. I'm still feeling humbled right here. Thank you very much. It's all coming on now. Like I say, I'm just waiting for the money to come through. and its all systems go. Now I'm going to crack on now. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing and all that kind of thing. I will see you on the next one. Bye now.